Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Today is August 28th. The Guardians have won 7 in a row. The Braves sweep the Dodgers. Let's talk about it. Hello, everybody. My name is Steven. This is the middle of the order. How are we doing today, ladies and gentlemen? Today is going to be a very, very short episode. We're doing the bare minimum. No baseball news to go over. Well, we could go over things, but we got to make this one short and sweet. We'll run through the series recap. We'll get through the game, and then all of our normal end of the episode activities. We're going to try to keep this under 20 minutes. So with that being said, let's jump into the series recap. Yankees, Yanyer Diaz, a 2-homer game. Jeremy Pena homers. The Astros with a 9-7 victory. Luis Garcia Jr., he homers on back-to-back games. This one leads the Yankees to a 9-3 victory. And in the last game, it's Jeremy Pena again, as is Christian Walker. 5-1 Astros, they take 2 of 3. Royals and Blue Jays. Royals use small ball. They get ahead. They take a 5-3 win in the opener. Nathan Lucas, a 3-run homer. That's all the runs in a 3-0 Blue Jays win. And in the last game, it's Carter Jensen, Vinny Pasquantino, Jack Caglione, 3-homer day, 6 runs in the 6th. The Royals blow it open 13-2 to take 2 of 3 from Toronto. The Rays and the Tigers, Jonathan Aranda with the 4-1 win. He homers in that one. Max Clark, as the Tigers go for a 4-1 win. He hits his first homer at Comerica Park this season. That evens up the series. And then Freddie Peralta, strong outing versus the Tigers as they shut it out. 3-0 Braves. They take 2 of 3 from Detroit. Rangers and White Sox, Jake Berger, Wyatt Langford, they homer in an 11-2 Rangers win. White Sox return the favor with an 11-7 victory. They scored 6 in the first. Tristan Peters homering in both games of the series. Make that 3 in a row. Scratch that. Make that 5 in a row. Tristan Peters homers in 5 straight games. Helps the White Sox with a 10-4 victory. They take 2 of 3 from Texas. Guardians and Angels, it's Austin Hedges, the likely hero. He homers in a 4-2 Guardians win. The Guardians then come back from down 5 in the second game. They tied in the 8th. They scored 2 in the 10th. Jose Ramirez leading the charge. He had the double that tied it in the 8th. He had the double that scored the 2 in the 10th. He has 5 RBIs and an 8-6 victory. And in the last game, it's another Guardians comeback, this time just from down 3. They score 2 in the 9th to take the lead and win it 4-3 as they sweep the Halos. Twins and A's, Ryan Kreidler homers in Game 1 in a 9-6 Twins win. Carlos Cortez homers in a 4-2 A's win in Game 2. And in the last game, the Twins did hit 3 homers, but the A's score 4 in the 6th. They take the lead. Lawrence Butler homers later. It's a 7-4 A's win as they take 2 of 3 from Minnesota. Phillies and Mariners now. The Mariners score 5 in the first inning. Julio homers for Seattle, as does Cal Raleigh, not once, not twice, but thrice. A 3-homer game has a Mariners 9-2 victory. He then homers again in the second game. 4 homers in 4 straight at-bats. A 4-1 Mariners victory. But Harper and Schwarber, they both go deep in the last game. 6-0 Phillies to avoid the sweep to Seattle. Dodgers and Braves now. Ozzie, the go-ahead single in the 8th, lead the Braves to a 4-3 victory. Olsen and Sean Murphy both go deep. Sean Murphy's first homer of the year. This one's tied in the 9th, and it's the unlikeliest of heroes, Ha-Sung Kim, with the walk-off single. 6-5 Braves. And in the last game, Drake Baldwin, a leadoff homer. Guess what? That's only run of the game. Chris Sale, complete game shutout. The Braves win it 1-0. They win each game by 1 run and sweep the Dodgers. Rockies and Nationals play a 4-game set. Nats score 5 in the 5th. They score 10 unanswered in this one, 13-3 in the blowout. Rockies come back. Hunter Goodman homers. His homer helps the Rockies to a 3-1 victory. In the third game, Troy Johnston, Cole Carrick, Hunter Goodman, they all go deep. Connor Norby, a grand slam. The Rockies score 13 unanswered in the blowout. 13-1 the final. And in the last game, it's Dalen Lyle, it's Keibert Ruiz, both homering. 7-1 Nats. They end up splitting the 4-game set. Red Sox and Marlins. Now the Red Sox take the lead with 2 runs in the 9th. They hold on to a 4-2 victory in the opener. Mickey Gasper has a 2-homer game. This one goes to extras where the Red Sox hit a go-ahead grand slam in the 11th inning. Jarren Duran, the hero. 7-3 Red Sox, they win that one. And in the last game, the Red Sox make 4 errors as the Marlins blank the Sox to avoid the sweep. 4-0 the final in that one. Brewers and Mets, Lindor and Luis Robert Jr. homer for the Mets. This one is in extras and tied, and it's Christopher Morel with the walk-off. Mets with the 3-2 victory over the Brewers, who then come back and score 7 unanswered in the first 2 innings. Bryce Terang, a 3-run homer and an 8-1 Brewers victory. Jackson Chourio in the last game, 4 for 5, 4 RBIs, and a 2-homer day. Brewers with an 8-2 victory as they take 2 of 3 from the Mets. Oilers and Cardinals now, it's a bird off. Pete Alonso and Christian Encarnacion-Strand homer for the O's, who score 8 in the 5th to blow it open, 13-1 the final. Leody Taveras and Pete Alonso both homer in the second game. The Cardinals were down 7. They came back to tie it just to lose it. The O's take the lead in the 9th and hold on to an 8-7 victory. But in the last game, it's Blaze Jordan, it's Ramon Urias. They both go deep as the Cardinals avoid the sweep with a 7-5 victory over Baltimore. Reds and Giants, Rafael Devers homers in the first game, leading the Giants to a 5-0 victory. He then homers again in the second game, leading them to a 3-1 victory. He then homers again in the third one. Homers in all 3 straight games. Hector Rodriguez for the Reds, a 2-homer game. The Reds down 6. They score 7 in the 9th. They come all the way back, including a Eugenio Suarez grand slam. The Reds with a 10-9 victory over the Giants. They avoid the sweep. Pirates and Padres now. Padres tie it in the 8th to go this one to extras. The Pirates finally get a run in the extras in the 12th inning. They hold San Diego in a 3-2 Pirates victory. The only run of Game 2 is on an O'Neal Cruz piss missile, a homer in the 9th off of Mason Miller, the first homer he's given up all season long. 1-0 Pirates, the final. But the Padres come back. They blank the Pirates to avoid the sweep, scoring 3 runs in the process. 3-0 the final for that one. And lastly, it's the Cubs. It's the Diamondbacks. Michael Conforto, Carson Kelly, they both go deep for the Cubs, who blank the D-backs in a 7-0 victory. The D-backs come back from down 4 in Game 2. They score 5 runs in the last 2 innings and finish it off with a 2-run walk-off homer from Ryan Waldschmidt. They take a 5-4 victory. And in the last game, Jordan Lawler goes deep for the D-backs, who win it 2-0 the final. They take 2 of 3 from the Cubs, and that's the series recap. All right, on to the game of the week, and it's very easy to pick this one. Cincinnati versus San Francisco, who've taken the first 2 games of this series. We're going to Game 3, and it starts in the top of the second. Jose Trevino with the RBI single makes it 1-0 Cincy, but right there are the Giants. Jonah Cox hits his 3rd homer of the season. A 2-run shot puts the Giants up 2-1 in the bottom of the second, but top 3, the Reds are there. Hector Rodriguez, his 2nd homer of his big league career, ties this game up. It's 2-2. It stays this way until the bottom of the 5th. Rafael Devers, get hot kid. His 29th homer of the season, his 3rd straight game with a homer, homering in all games against the Reds this series. A 2-run shot takes the 2-2 tie into a 4-2 Giants lead. The very next inning, bottom 6th, it's Shea Whitcomb with his 3rd homer of the season. Another 2-run shot for the Giants has them up 6-2. Top 7, it ends up being a Sal Stewart sac fly to score a run. The Reds cut the lead in half to make it 6-3. But speaking of 3, that's how many runs the Giants get on a bases clearing double from Drew Gilbert in the bottom of the 8th. He clears the bases and turns a 6-3 lead into a 9-3 lead heading into the 9th inning. Just 3 outs away, up by 6. What could go wrong? Oh, Hector Rodriguez, his second homer of the day, his third on the season. A solo shot, it's not going to hurt you, but the inning continues. Still no outs. The bases are loaded, and up steps Eugenio Suarez, who hits a grand slam, his 19th of the season. It's a one-run game, but you're still up, and you just need to get these 3 outs. However, the first out of the inning comes on a Jose Trevino sac fly. This game is tied, and later on, Tyler Stevenson gets the RBI single. The Reds come back from down 6. They score 7 in the 10th to steal this one from the Giants. They avoided the sweep in a big win that they need for sure. 10-9 the final. That's the game of the week, and a good one at that. We had a lot of great games, a lot of great moments over the week. But yeah, let's just get into the day-to-day stuff here. We're going to get into our injury updates from this week. Tyler O'Neill from Baltimore lands on the 10-day IL with a strained shoulder. Willie Adames on the 10-day IL with a sprained elbow. Jeremiah Estrada from the Padres, 15-day IL with shoulder impingement. Pete Fairbanks on the 15-day IL with nerve irritation. Oscar Brazoban from the White Sox, 15-day IL. He's got a strained lat. Adrian Hauser on the 15-day IL with a strained forearm. This was not a good week for the Giants. I think we had 3 or 4 players land on the IL, including 2 of their starters. Not fun at all. Fernando Cruz from the Yankees lands on the 15-day IL with elbow discomfort. Michael Massey will spend some time on the concussion IL, 7 days for him. And then Roki Sasaki will land on the 15-day IL with a blister. Also want to mention Dustin May. He got hit hard in one of the games, kind of early, left the game right away. I would expect a 15-day IL stint for him at some point as well, but I don't believe anything's been made official yet by the Brewers, but that one definitely had to hurt. We move on to the outstanding performances from the week, including Zebby Matthews, 7 innings, 6 hits, 1 earned run, 1 walk, 7 Ks. Sandy Alcantara, 7 innings, 6 hits, 1 earned run, 2 walks, 6 Ks. Kevin Gausman turning in his best start as a member of the Cubs, 7 innings, 3 hits, no runs, a walk, 6 Ks. George Kirby goes 7 2/3, 6 hits, 1 run, 1 walk, 9 Ks. Chris Bassett, 6 2/3, 6 hits, 1 run, no walks, 5 Ks. Michael King, 7 innings, 5 hits, no runs, 2 walks, 7 Ks. Paul Skeens, 6 innings, 3 hits, no runs, no walks, 4 Ks. Clay Holmes, 7 innings, 2 hits, no runs, 2 walks, 5 Ks. Freddie Peralta, one of his best starts all season, definitely with the Rays. 6 innings, 2 hits, no runs, no walks, 4 Ks. Tanner Gordon, probably the best start of his career with the Rockies. 7 innings, 6 hits, 1 run, no walks, 5 Ks. Jesus Luzardo turned in a gem. 7 innings, just 1 hit, no runs, 3 walks, and 9 Ks. Eduardo Rodriguez, 7 innings, 2 hits, no runs, 3 walks, 9 Ks. Very similar stat lines, just 1 extra hit for Rodriguez, but the best pitcher all week, Chris Sale against the Dodgers with the sweep on the line. 9 innings, 5 hits, no runs, no walks, 11 strikeouts, a complete game shutout, his first complete game shutout since 2019, 100 miles an hour. Was the fastest pitch he's thrown since, I believe, 2018. He got it up to triple digits, turned back the clock for a big performance for him. Shout out Chris Sale. I love him a lot, and he had a good one against the Dodgers. That will take us now to the stat leaderboard. Not that many changes. Jordan Alvarez and Arias were tied in average. Now it's just Jordan Alvarez batting .319. Luis Arias still leads in hits, though, with 161. Kyle Schwarber became the first player to 40 homers. He leads the league there. Sal Stewart, the first player to 100 RBIs. He leads there. James Wood still at 100 runs. Still has not recorded a run in the last, 2 or 3 weeks, and yet here he is. Still leading the way. Bryce Harper in walks at 94. Nazmin Nunez with stolen bases up to 43. Jordan Alvarez at a 1.043 OPS leading the way. For pitchers, Christopher Sanchez still at 16, but now tied with Sonny Gray. Jacob Mizrowski's lowered his ERA down to 1.73, but still leads. His Ks are up to 222, of course, still leads. And then Brian Baker still leading in saves. He's up to 38 on this season. That now brings us to the upcoming series for the weekend, and there are some great series to watch. Padres at Rays is a phenomenal series. Mariners at Blue Jays, ALCS from last year. Both teams are struggling, both teams fighting for the wild card. This is a fantastic series. Red Sox at Yankees. These two teams would meet in the wild card if the season ended today. They would be the two teams that met in the wild card for the last month. These two teams are going to meet. This is a great series, potential wild card matchup here. Watch out for this series. Dodgers at Tigers. Tarek Skubal pitching today against his former team. Grab your popcorn. White Sox at Twins. Royals at Guardians. The four teams battling it out in the AL Central right now. This is a great matchup here. Guardians, 7-game winning streak. They have taken over that AL third seed for now and have run away with it for now. But of course, there's still just, 29 games left of the season. So Guardians doing a great job to pull away. But hey, any team can get hot right now. Oilers at A's. Phillies will be taking on the Angels. Astros at Mets. You've got the Rockies at the Braves, who have won 4 in a row, or just 1 game back of the Dodgers after sweeping them. They're trying to get that second seed bye. Marlins will be taking on the Nationals. Marlins, man, last chance for them to get hot and maybe fight for a postseason spot. 4 games back of the wild card that they need to get going. Pirates and Cardinals, potentially the last spot for them to get going. 5.5 back, 7 back. I mean, one of these teams needs to sweep if they're going to have a chance. Reds will be taking on the Cubs. Rangers at the Brewers. That's a fun series there. And then the D-backs will be taking on the Giants. D-backs just 1 game back of the Padres for that elusive last seed there. If the season ended today, the playoff predictor, what would be the outcomes? In the 6th seed, it is your Cleveland Guardians taking on the Astros in the 3 seed. Red Sox, the 5 seed. Yankees, the 4 seed. That's the matchup that's happening this weekend. That's why it's so good. Guardians beat the Astros. Red Sox beat the Yankees, so your ALDS matchups. Guardians at the White Sox in the 2 seed. Red Sox at Rays, who are the 1 seed. Guardians beat the White Sox. Red Sox beat the Rays. You have a little fun AL Central, AL East matchup there. Guardians at Red Sox, that's your ALCS, and it is the Guardians that beat the Red Sox. They head to the World Series. On the NL side of things, the Padres, your 6 seed. The Braves, your 3 seed. Phillies, your 5 seed. Cubs, your 4 seed. That's the wild card matchups. Braves beat the Padres. Phillies beat the Cubs. So your NLDS matchups. Braves at Dodgers, the 2 seed. Phillies at Brewers, the 1 seed. We just saw Braves and Dodgers play. Braves won it now. Braves are going to win it then. Phillies at Brewers. The Phillies take down the 1 seed there. We head to the NLCS, and it's Phillies and Braves, the NL East teams battling it out. Braves win. Guardians at Braves. Braves are your World Series champions if the season ended today. Ladies and gentlemen, a short episode. As I mentioned, I appreciate you all. Thank you, everybody, so much, and I will see you on Monday.